All right, y'all. So welcome. I'm gonna keep this pretty short because Sean is the expert here and the master wizard, mad genius behind a lot of this XR and DJing and Twitch and all the other stuff that I won't steal his thunder. But these, we've put together the Discover team has put together these innovation cohorts for folks who yes, like the workshops and some of the things that you're getting exposed to on the monthly chats and whatnot, but also to dive deeper. So thank you all for applying and thank you and congratulations on being accepted into this cohort. And it'll be, um, as you know, a month long. And yeah, we'll get started with Sean's Sean's cohort here.
Do I cover? Thanks so much, Jeff. Thanks everyone for having me. This is the second time that I've done one of these. The last time I did this, it was based on Figment XR. So this one's going to be completely different because this series is pretty much all about Twitch and OBS and VR, using VR and XR as tools to stream to OBS and from there onto Twitch. So today is all going to be pretty much observational. It's not going to be interactive or hands-on from you guys as such, except for when we go over to Twitch and when I'm doing the demo. I definitely want you guys to, get hype in the chat, throw in your emojis and say hi, and I'll explain the commands and what the commands do, and you guys can experiment with that too. So yeah, just real quick about myself. My name is Sean Spencer, aka Professor Prawn. I've been working with the clubhouse over in Australia for 5 years as the clubhouse coordinator in Lismore. And yeah, I've been DJing for about 10 years, 13, 14 years, probably more than 10 years, in a live setting. So that's at festivals and at raves. We call them doofs over in Australia. Americans call them raves. And it burns. So like Burning Man, but regional burns. So we have a regional burn. We have 3 regional burns in Australia, and I've been DJing at those regional burns for 10 years. Our biggest regional burn is called Burning Seed in Wagga Wagga. And then I've been, playing there for about 10 years. And so when I got into Twitch streaming and DJing, my friend with me in Lismore, he was DJing first on Twitch and just using a camera on his face and another camera on his decks. And he was doing a whole bunch of effects and stuff like that as well. And so he built up a bit of a community for himself on Twitch. He used to live in Canada, and there's a lot of Canadian Twitch DJs that he knew from when he lived over there. And he was also part of the Shambhala community, which is a big rave in Canada, if you haven't heard about it. And so he said he knew that I was a DJ, and he knew that I was good at it, and he was like, "Come on, do the Twitch thing with me." So he helped me set it up. And when I started doing the Twitch DJing, I was just using a camera and on my face, and I had a green screen in the background, and I was keying out the green screen, and I made the AI visuals using Midjourney and automating them using other software such as Kling and Runway and things like that that make the still images move. So I've made over about 2 hours worth now of AI video film clips, which go in the background whenever I'm streaming. And so at the start, before I went into the VR stuff, I just had a camera on my face, just like I got right now, and then another drop-down camera on my decks, and then the green screen with the visuals in the background. And then I always had in my mind that I wanted to do VR with it because my DJ name is Professor Prawn, and it's always been Professor Prawn. Sean the Prawn comes from my nickname, which my sister cousin gave to me when I was about 4, and I've had it all my life, Sean the Prawn. And when I started DJing, it was naturally turned into Professor Prawn. And so I always wanted to eventually, when I got it right, I wanted to um, use the avatar, have an avatar as Prawn avatar, and use that as my DJ avatar. Um, Not because I didn't want to show my face, but because I wanted to be a prawn DJing. I thought that'd be really cool to explore, and be a really creative thing to try and make happen using VR as a tool. Um, so another good thing to say is that there's thousands of Twitch streamers and thousands of Twitch DJs, but there's only 3 or 4 that I know of that do the VR thing like the way I'm doing. So it's quite a pioneering thing, and it very much is mixed reality. So it's combining. It's literally the best example of mixed reality, because when I'm streaming as Professor Prawn, I'm doing it from within VR chat or Resonite. I started off using VR chat, but now and then I leveled up and used Resonite because it has actual direct integration with Twitch. So in Twitch, there's a thing called chat, and in chat you can put in commands. That's why I wanted you to sign up to the Twitch, so that you can experiment and play with throwing commands in and throwing emojis in. So you can set up commands in Twitch, and Resonite has direct integration with Twitch chat, and you got to program it and stuff. And Resonite's got an amazing programming function that is like from within VR itself. With VR chat, you have to go out into Unreal Engine if you want to do something, and then come back into VR chat, and bring it in. But with Resonite, you can do everything inside the VR world itself, which is incredible, and complete next level. It's kind of like having Unity programming on the fly in VR, which is an incredible experience. And there's nothing else that I know of like Resonite, that I can think of that does that. And when I found Resonite, it really blew me away, because I was just like, this is just incredible. The amount of detail that you can program. Like, I'll show you in the demo when I jump in the headset. I'll show you, like, I've customized every little thing of my home. So when you sign up to a Resonite world, you get Resonite account, you get your own starting world, which is everyone's starting world looks the same. So it's a default room, basically, where you have a lounge room and you have a couple of little rooms, but every little part of that room is customizable through the developers tool that Resonite gives you, and you can customize the walls. You can add any textures that you want. So I've customized. I'll show you. I've customized every single little thing, even the cushion. I added my own texture. So I've retextured everything in my space. I made a whole bunch of AI artwork, and I've put AI artwork on the walls, and I've put graffiti AI artwork as the texture on pretty much everything in my space. So you can just program everything. Like, you can even program the lights to come on that's voice activated from your headset. So whenever you talk, the lights flicker on and off. I programmed my avatar's jacket. So I brought the prawn avatar into Resonite, and then in Resonite, me and my friend who created the avatar for me, Vampire Snacks, we programmed the jacket together to flash red, green, and blue. So it flashes different colors, and to give it like a shiny texture. And so you can even change things like that of the avatar in VR in real time. And you can even have like multiple people programming at once. So it brings up the panel, and like one person could be programming one aspect and another person could be programming another aspect. So it can be really collaborative in that way, and which of course cuts the time down of the programming. So there's creators in Resonite that have programmed complete worlds And from one program, it would have taken them a year, but with a team with 6, it's taken them a few weeks. So it's really mind blowing like that. So I will get to Resonite a little bit further on in the series, and I'll also get into OBS. And by the end of this series, you guys will all have made your own scene in OBS using a variety of AI tools. Will be AI image generator tools. So I found a really nice way. I do a lot of green screening. I've with my OBS and with Twitch, and it's a really easy function in OBS to be able to do that. So I've learned how to do green screening pretty well using OBS. So we're going to be getting you guys to generate your own scene, and you'll be incorporating the green screen elements and multi-layers. So I'll teach you all how to do that. So you will learn quite a lot about green screen technology from within OBS and how to use image generators to create backdrops in OBS, to create movie sets and TV sets in OBS using image generators, and how to make your own movies for backdrops. So, for example, you can image generate inside of a car, for example. And when you type in the prompt, you say, I want the car's windows to be green because they're going to be keyed out. And then you bring that into OBS as one layer, and then you make a AI video of a city flashing past, and then you bring that in, and then you layer it up like that. So that's what we're going to do together as a group. And we'll also be exploring with your headsets VR chat and Resonite. So just on that, we found out, me and Jeff and Matt, through experimenting for getting ready for this series, is that the Meta Pros don't work for the pass through for the XR feature, which is really weird and not ideal. The Quest 3s definitely do work. I'm assuming and hoping that the Quest 2s work, but I haven't tried it yet, but I think they do. But they'll be in black and white, so you won't get the full, the full effects. It looks much better when it's in color, obviously. So, is there any questions about all of that before I move on? No? Okay, cool. All right. Well, so Twitch. Just give me a quick show of hands if you've heard of Twitch. Anyone heard of Twitch? Yeah, cool. Has anyone spent any time in Twitch much, checking out what they do? A little bit? No, not really. Okay, cool. Okay. So we don't have a lot of experience or knowledge of Twitch in the group, so I'll explain a little bit about what Twitch is. So Twitch is an amazing online streaming platform, and I don't actually know when it started. Oh, we streamed some gaming tournaments. Okay, cool. Who was that? Who said, was that Deliza? Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, so you know how to, so you're going to get so much out of this workshop there, and that's really great and you know about it. So I'm probably covering ground here, but for those that haven't heard much about Twitch, I'm not sure exactly how long it's been going for, but I think when it started was pretty much just a gaming streaming platform. So streamers would stream themselves playing video games. It started out quite simple. Now, over the years, it's expanded into all sorts of different categories. So there's a creative category where people just draw or and have a camera on them while they're drawing, and they'll chat with people, or they might have music on in the background, or they may not. There's lots of Lego people who make Lego, and they'll have a camera on them, and they might have music on, and they'll just chat with people while they make Lego. There's a big animal section where a lot of people like streaming their animals. So they'll stream their chickens or their horses or, their pets and stuff like that. And There's obviously a massive gaming section because that's how it started. There's also a big esports section as well. So gaming esports is massive on Twitch. And the thing that I'm into, obviously, is music and DJing on Twitch. And that really fascinates me, and as is really is a world into itself on Twitch, and it's huge. And you got again very broad. It's some people play guitar. There's some amazing producers called Honeycomb who has 15 synths and beat machines all around him, and he makes music on the fly and beatboxes and does like full on fantastic sound effects with his mouth. And um he's yeah, Honeycomb, check out Honeycomb, he's very, very good. And then there's, you know, lots of DJs from all genres, every single genre that you can think of in the DJ world. There is on Twitch. So when COVID happened, lockdowns happened, pretty much the majority, if not all, of the DJs and producers couldn't perform at festivals anymore, which was, or clubs, or, you know, parties, which were their main means of income for a lot of them. So to try and get a little bit of income, a lot of them went on to Twitch. There was DJing and music happening before COVID, but with the COVID lockdowns, it exploded. And some famous DJs, such as DJ Jazzy Jeff from DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, he's still going. He has, you know, 300 or 400 viewers every stream, and he'd probably be making $200 or $300 minimum out of every stream through tips and subs and merch sales and things like that. Another English popular DJ called A Skills, and also Crafty Cuts, who are two of my favorites in the breakbeat world. They were quite successful on Twitch during lockdown, and they still stream from time to time, although they're very busy at festivals again, so they don't stream so much anymore. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a tour of Twitch now. So I'll share my screen. Share. Okay. So you guys can all see that now. All right. This is Mouse VR. They do VR streaming like what I do. Although what I do is slightly different, but they're using very similar techniques as to what I do. They've got their headset on, they're from within VR chat, and they've got their backgrounds going on and things like that. So that's Mouse VR, and Mouse VR is similar to what I do. And then, so the thing I really love about Twitch is basically it is the Clubhouse. It's the Clubhouse in an online virtual form. So right now you're looking at some of the categories. There's a just chatting category, which is lots of podcasts, people just podcasting certain things. There's a music category and a DJ category. There's an art category. So the art category is like people just drawing. There might be some ads sometimes, unfortunately.
Through that kind of stuff, like when I have to try and deal with it all. Thanks, Ozzy! Is that an actual Yelp review? Because I actually could believe that, cop. Like, Old Town's nice though.
And then you got.
They haven't mentioned the marina. So I put it in ChatGPT.
You got gaming, of course. Oblivion. This is the way that one of my favorite all-time games. They've just remastered. Bethesda just remastered it. and
I don't know.
dropped
why you
it
guys
unannounced last week. I love it.
would turn down such a
Looks
great offer.
fantastic in VR as well.
What a phenomenal offer. Although we did just expand our universal dental.
I saw that and I was really jealous because I have so many issues with my dentals. Okay, we can
It's
fast
like,
travel.
again, not perfect, but it's better than nothing.
We can flash travel. I don't want a hanger on.
So
Let's jump this guy.
each game has its own category as well.
The Brewmaster is great.
So there's like categories within categories. IRL. I'll just show you real quick some of the podcasting stuff. Well, this guy's doing some push-ups. So it's just so broad, you know, like the different things. I'll show you an animals one real quick. This is the ducks. So they just have a cam on the ducks. And then my favorite, of course, is the DJing stuff.
I never heard one of them.
So Professor Phone, Professor Pro.
How many of y'all ever heard one of them?
Gaslight Killer, he's awesome. Gaslamp Killer. I saw him play at Burning Man.
I gotta be honest, I just canceled all of my streaming subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify. I canceled all that shit. That's where I'm at
follow
right
him.
now. So if you can't afford $111 test pressing, I get it, bro. And shipping and all that, I get it. Literally, that's where I'm at. And I'm okay with that because I put every fucking cent I
Well,
had
he's a
into
bit
building
sweary, sorry
this
about that.
stream.
You might have to edit that one out, Matt, in the video. So, I didn't realize he was going to swear so much.
We'll cut the extra spice out afterwards there.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on there, which reminds me of the clubhouse, and yeah, it's a really creative platform at the moment. I hope that it doesn't change. I really love where it's at. It's a yeah, I've had an amazing creative journey using Twitch, and it's really pushed me. It's enabled me to be able to use all the skills and things that I've learned at the clubhouse together in the one place. So I've been able to create emojis that I learned from the clubhouse. I've been able to use my new design skills. I've been able to use AI in my backdrops and in all the design artwork that I use. I've been able to incorporate my my video knowledge and my DJing knowledge, and also more recently my virtual reality and my XR skills. I've been able to put them all together in many layers and present them on Twitch. The other really beautiful thing about Twitch I've found too is that, I don't know if you heard, but I chucked it, "Hey, how's it going, fam?" in one of the chats, and he was like, "Hey, Professor Prawn, how you doing?" And it's really interactive, and it's really supportive. Everyone's really supportive of each other. I've probably met 30 or 40 DJs from all over the world now. I've met about 10 or 15 from Canada. Me and Captain List, we're going over to Canada to Shambhala for 3 weeks this year in July, and we're going to be camping with a lot of the Twitch streamers. So we're going to meet them as well. There's a Twitch raid train called the Global Funk Fam, who are based in England and Europe. and I've met about 20 or 30 of those DJs as well. And I get to know them now. So whenever I go over to England, I can hang out with them. I have community, I have place to stay. If they come over here to Australia, then they got a place to stay too. So it's really, I'm that shocked me a little bit about Twitch. I wasn't expecting that because about the community, I haven't found an online community at all that ever before that's so inclusive and respectful and encouraging. It's really great. So, man, it's 22 and we're going to run out of time. So we better jump over to the demo now. So I'm going to share my screen again. It might take me a couple of minutes to, go live, or a couple of seconds to go live and stuff. So bear with me while I get all that sorted.
And while Sean's getting it sorted out, I'll just check in. If any, so what the demo is gonna allow us to all be Twitch viewers and interact with Sean. So if anybody, just in case, if anybody that came in has not made their Twitch account yet, while Sean's setting up, I'm just gonna put it's at the top of the chat, but I'll put that in there too. And I guess this will be a good time for us all to log into our Twitches, everybody who does have one set up.
Yeah, and if you can tab over to your Twitch tab so that you can interact with the chat, that'll be awesome. I'm going to keep it focused on this Twitch page so that you've recorded it. You can record it for your Clubhouse recording.
Nice. And Sean, you're gonna you're gonna share it with us. We don't need to go search you out right now or something.
Yeah. Could you search it up and share it with everyone, Matt, while I get ready?
Yep,
Is that all right?
you got it. I'm just gonna find your grab your Professor Prawn page.
It's just Professor Prawn. If you search it up,
all right,
shouldn't be too hard.
Oh yeah, it's definitely you.
Yeah. We've got there's only one.
One and only. All right. So here you go. You're logged into Twitch, Robert. Here you go, Robert. And everybody, once you're logged into Twitch, you will pull Sean's page up. And then I guess then it's gonna go live when you're live, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we'll go live now. Oh, sorry. I got a lot going on, so my brain's in 15 places at once. Cool. So I'm live now.
Okay.
Really hard to get you Reese's peanut butter cups, but there is
so
much we can do here. You're gonna have to meet us halfway.
And I think I had to do a hit refresh, FYI, if anybody else does, to get the live to show up.
Don't stop there. Try caramel big cup.
Meet IHOP Health Faves value menu. Everything's just $6. Like the breakfast faves combo, $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
Okay. Is the ads finished?
Get in there.
Just let me know when they're finished. The ads finished?
Yep. I got you, Sean.
Just let me know when they're finished. Cool, they finished?
Mine's finished.
All right, sweet. So this is finished. This is Resonite, everyone. All right, sweet. So this is Resonite, everyone. And this is what you will see when you have your home screen. And this is what you will see when you have your home screen.
And
I've customized every single little piece of this home. I don't know if you want to
if you were getting, did you already know we're getting your audio
Mixes on
double?
the floor.
Yeah.
Which one do I have to turn off?
Yeah. Which one do I have to turn off?
We're getting it clean in both places. So I don't know if you want to if we want to just get you live through Twitch, if that's easier. I don't know.
I'm
They
not
both
sure.
sound good.
I'm not sure which one how to turn off.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which
Well, I
one.
think we'll just have to go with 2 because I don't know how to turn off the
There's a
Zoom.
prawn. This is my avatar. This is my house in Resonite. Show you around. This is my room.
Someone's got their video on.
I've been doing some decorating.
Okay, so I've as you can see on the floor, the graffiti, everything is a texture that I've put in Resonite. So I've actually customized all of this. This is some of the programming panels. This is how it looks like, how you program. You guys still there? You still there, Matt?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
We're following you, and it's a single audio too now. It's looking smooth.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. So yeah, I have customized everything using the function in Resonite, which you can actually retexture everything. So all the graffiti's been retextured by the AI artwork that I made. Those little characters down there, and more AI artwork that I've made. AI graffiti on the wall there. And so this is kind of I turned it into a club, into a nightclub. And this is a stage, a VR turntable stage with lasers coming out of it and everything, and it's fully interactive. That was programmed by someone within Resonite. I don't know exactly who. They gave it to me for free. In here, through this false wall, is the lounge room. Again, everyone gets this space. I've customized mine. The cool thing about this space is you got that TV up there, and the TV, you know, you can have tutorials going on there. Like I was learning how to program the toilets. I brought the portaloos in from Sketchfab,
what do we need to make it
which are there.
Now, step 1 is
and
simple.
that's the programming panels up there. And I was following along the video up there, which was teaching me how to program the doors so they swing open and shut. And that's some more AI artwork that I've placed on the wall. So you can bring in anything from your computer and just chuck them up on the walls or retexture them or anything. It's really flexible what you can do here in this space. So amazing. All right. So I'm going to bear with me while I switch my camera. Mirror to display. Right. Maybe prawn's sitting down or something. No. Okay. I can change cameras. So I've got like 5 cameras in my space that I can change at any time to change the perspective. So you can see different perspectives of the prawn. I'll just hit some music.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge. Easy as his name and the boys coming.
All right, you guys, if you welcome in, welcome into Professor Prawn's stream. Haha.
Easy as his name and the boys coming. Easy as his name and the boys coming. Easy as his name and the boys coming. And the boys coming. Easy as his name and the boys coming. Easy as his name.
Now, if you want, if you type in exclamation mark party, I've got a whole bunch of emojis as well. That I made. Don't forget to chuck some emojis in there, have a play around with the chat. When you type in exclamation mark bass, it throws the bucket full of bass on my head. Hands in the sky and wait from side to side. Wait from side to side and wait from side to side. Yeah, I'm gonna give me a who knows that's but it's not that. Alrighty, leave it there. So I've got a couple more minutes to wrap up and show you guys OBS as well. I'll just come back. If you guys want to come back to Zoom now, I'll stop sharing. I have a bit of a chat. Oh, I need to get my headphones plugged back in. Cool. Can someone just talk real quick to make sure that I got audio again? Someone say hi in the chat.
Hello.
Hey, cool, cool. Nice one. What did you guys think of that?
Fun.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, I've got, I don't know, maybe 10 different layers going on in OBS. And yeah, the thing that I really liked about Resonite as the platform was being able to integrate those commands. That looked a bit goofy because I need to play with the pass-through settings. The reason why the fire wasn't clear was because I need to get like the exact setting in the Matt and Jeff have seen virtual desktops got like a whole bunch of settings, pass-through settings, and you got to get the similarity and play around with that stuff to get it right. I didn't have it quite right, so some of it, instead of being orange and red, was mucking around with the green and was, yeah, so that's why. But but the idea is when you type in those commands, which I saw a few of you trying out, they're integrated into Resonite using the programming, some of the programming panels that I showed you guys. And the quirky thing about Resonite is that there was I don't know if you saw, but there's like a floating potato there, and the floating potato had the fire coming out of it, but the commands for like !bass, !fire, !party are all embedded in the potato. So we the potato is like a meme in running inside joke with my channel, because some of the Twitch people, when I very first started, well, on one of my first streams, she was a moderator and she was cooking dinner, and I dropped one of the beats, and she loved it so much that she dropped her potatoes. She was peeling potatoes for dinner and she dropped them, and so that's why all the emojis are based around dropping potatoes and stuff. So the gag is when the beat drops, you know, you drop, I type in !drop, and it drops all those potatoes in the chat. And so that's how it started. And then when I was building the Resonite club, we brought in a potato, and then we embedded a 3080 Ti graphics card in the back of the potato, because that was the graphics card that I had in my PC at the time. And then we put we packed up and put all the codes inside the potato, and we put an on-off switch on the potato. So if for some reason the commands stop working, I can turn the potato off and turn it on again, and then the commands will work again, like you do with a computer. Like from the IT crowd, it's like, if in doubt, turn it off and then turn it on again. So it's like all these like running little jokes and gags in there as well. So yeah. So real quick, I'm going to share my screen one more time. We've only got a few minutes. I wanted to have more time going through OBS. So I've got like all these different elements on there, and I'll go through this in detail later on. So that's the Professor Prawn element, and then that's the little prawn mascot down the corner.
Oh, you gotta hit share again, Sean.
Oh, what? Where are you? Zoom. Share. Oh, sorry. I thought it had automatically done it. My bad. There we go. So you all can see that now?
Yep.
Yep, sweet. Okay, so we got I was just showing you some of the elements. So that's the AI video element. I've just got that on loop. So they're all the videos that I've looped together, edited to them together. And then I've got the this, which is the cam that's on my decks, so that you can see me DJing in real life. That's why it's a mixed reality, because I'm actually mixing a reality. I got green screen in my in Resonite, so I can see my real life decks. That's why I want to use virtual desktop, because it's got powerful green screen tools so that you can activate the mixed reality. And that's just another element. Now I've made 2 scenes. Yeah, I love this. Yeah. So this is what I want you guys to create in our series. So you guys can create something as beautiful as this as well. So I'll show you all how to do it. So I should also have my video capture device there, which is my webcam. It's not showing up for some reason. That's okay. So this is the prawn inspired DJ table that Midjourney generated for me. And then I've got the prawn house. So that's the inside of the prawn house, which I got Midjourney to generate for me, and I got it to generate it with green windows, so that when in OBS, I can key out the green windows, and then behind it, that's my video. So then my video is also generated by AI. I used Kling AI to generate that one. Rainbow fish static shot was the prompt. Had to make sure, because it defaults, it wants to move, and I was like, no, it needs to be static, like it's on a tripod. I mean, if you're inside a car and you want it to move, then you can do that as well. So using AI tools, it's really easy to generate a scene, and you layer it up, and then so you can either use VR chat or Resonite to put the prawn in there. So my idea would be to put the prawn in behind this table here, and then I would put my video footage of the real life decks over the top. So you can see my hands DJing and my real life hands DJing, and then you'll see the prawn in the background. But of course, you don't have to use a VR avatar. You can also use a camera. So just like I've got the camera on me in Zoom right now, you could, just use a camera, hook it up to your computer, bring it in as a webcam, and layer it up. So you can move these layers around, just like in Photoshop or something like that, or any of those graphic design programs. You can actually determine the order of the layer. So I'd bring my camera in between there, and then that would be, then you have a scene. So, and you can do this live. So you could do this with the young people, like it doesn't have to be DJing. You could, make a scene in a car or in a train, acting. You can use VR. So if you wanted, you could use avatar characters, or you can have real life characters. It's up to you. So I'm going to stop sharing now because we've run out of time. I'll come back to you guys. So that's a little bit of a demo with OBS. So you can have several scenes. I've seen some DJs have like 5 or 6 different scenes, and they tell a story with by flicking through their scenes. So they might one DJ loved golf, so he had his golf center as one. He's DJing it in front of his golf pitch, and then you know, and then he clicked on another scene and it turned into his house, and then he clicked on another scene and it turned into his boat and stuff like that. So you can set it up that way, and then it's just really easy to transition through the different scenes using OBS, and you can have controllers too, OBS controllers and Steam decks and stuff like that, so that you can just do it, you know, out of camera. Nobody can see you switching, and then all of a sudden the scenes change. So it's a very, very powerful thing. OBS, all those streams that I showed you on Twitch would use OBS, and they use it in incredibly creative ways. And I'm going to show you all how to get amazing results super simply using AI generation tools in the weeks to come. So thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah.
And then Sean, I have thanks, Sean. You guys ready for this? Yeah, brace yourselves, buckle up, get your parachutes ready, and yeah, I don't know. When we log in next time, everybody might have to have a glass of orange juice with them. But we have some little prep for you guys. First and foremost, most importantly, and sorry if everybody, I'll send this in an email. Sorry if anybody has to jump. I know we're 2 minutes over, but I'm gonna try to run it super quick. The form that I just put in there, part of this workshop series is, in order to execute this, there's a number of different apps and devices Sean's gonna bring together. One of them is virtual desktop, which costs money to purchase. TCN is going to purchase a copy of that for each of you. In order to do that, we need to plug in your Meta account, and it'll send to your account as a gift. So the form that I just put in the chat, if everyone wants to just click that so you get that form, and throw in your Meta username and email. And then over the course of the week, Jeff and I will purchase that app for you, and you'll see it come to your Meta inbox. And then so for the wild results that Sean just demoed, there's a few different apps in there. We stuck all the links to download those free apps in this document right here. And again, I'll email this to everyone. But if you guys want to grab it and start getting on that ahead of time, Sean, for next week, when people are going to get hands-on in creating this, we're going to need virtual desktop, right?
Yeah.
OBS, and then the Steam VR chat setup. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need Resonite next week. For most of it, we won't need Resonite. It's because that's more of an advanced thing. But I know some of you will be into it. Gus absolutely will be. Well, someone's just turned the audio off on that real quick. Was that me or?
We don't think we heard it.
It wasn't me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then is there we can touch this later.
Sorry, yeah, I was just saying, sorry. So next week is VR chat, and yeah, we'll do VR chat first. Mostly everything we can get away with is VR chat. But I'll definitely want you guys to jump in on Resonite in the last one, just to experience that. And you can come and check out my nightclub too, which will be fun. I can show you around the nightclub with you. I can give you an avatar and have some fun.
Nice. All right. So Jeff and I'll follow up with the email, remind everybody the stuff that you could download to be able to get hands-on as we all start to put together our trippy wild I don't know what to call it, man. The wildness of all that dynamics. See how we get bass dumping on your heads.
But I don't know if we'll go that far, but yeah, we'll get some simple stuff happening.
Nice. But first and foremost, everyone, make sure you click on that form and put in your your Meta account info, and we will purchase the virtual desktop app for you. And once that's purchased, we'll shoot out an email with an update on all the other stuff to download if you want.
Yeah, so I just want to finish up by saying the possibilities are endless. You know, like you can have a bucket of bass dumping on your head if you want. You can have anything. You know, like it's literally limitless if you use Resonite, and it's a pretty amazing frontier. It really is. It's like, you know, there was not that long ago, if you wanted to do a TV show, you needed to have a studio and all this money and access to all this equipment. Now you can do it from your lounge room, just with a computer and a headset. It's pretty
Crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Amazing.
Yeah.
I think this is so amazing, Professor Vaughn. Thank you so much for doing this for us. Thank you, Matt. I'm in awe at what I saw and learned today. I mean, I'm going to be 60 this year. It never surprises me at technology and what it does. My son is a musician and artist. I have a nonprofit where I'm doing I'm a community development corporation. I mean, the thought of what we can do with this for our media, for our marketing, for my son, I mean, it's so amazing. And it's endless. And the fact that it's there and you guys allowed us to be in this cohort. So I am really grateful that I was chosen. So thank you very, very much. And I will do whatever I need to do to participate and hopefully learn this very complicated situation, because I'm looking at this saying, can you create that with your 60-year-old mind? Oh my God.
Well, it felt like a child and like an old man myself as I was watching that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think we'll all get it by the end. That's the goal.
Yeah. See,
All
the
right.
thing is, it's like it's all about stepping it up step by step. And the way I started, it was super simple, like, and I've gone from super simple to super complex. But had I looked at that without the beginning steps, I would have thought, Sean, there's no way you can do that, but I have, and it's just, you can too. If I can do it, you all can do it.
Beautiful. Thanks everyone for that extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll jump right in for the next session. Yeah, any final words? Well,
just thank you. This was really amazing. Thank you.